seriously athletic. Donovan, at this point in the season, you're almost a quarter of the way through. What has just stood out to you about Evan, especially on the offensive end, as he's been finding a rhythm in his place?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is he's just being decisive. I tell him that all the time, and you could see it in his moves, you could see it in his play. He's just being aggressive. Even in where were we just at Milwaukee, being able, even though he lost the ball a bunch of times going up to the rim, but just being aggressive and trying to get up there and finish, using his touches, his floaters, his threes, really setting the tone for us. I think that was huge. But he's really, I said it to Serena, like he was the reason why we stayed in the game. Myself and DG, we were kind of initiate stuff, and we're doing an okay job. Everybody, we were kind of feeling out, but Ed was really the consistent guy, throughout the entire night. So, that's the Evan we know, and he's 2 for 2 from three. Obviously the boards, but he had an impact, especially with JA out as well.
And then, what did you see just in the fourth quarter, especially the way he was played this game? With JB talked about how shots didn't fall, but they were looks that you guys normally get and are good looks. But as you guys battled through that, what did you see specifically?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is continuing to shoot them. I said this to Serena as well. Personally for me, I didn't start the game out the way I had wanted to. I didn't set that tone. Took some bad ones, and even tonight, I missed a lot of guys who were open. Thankfully, DG carried us with the assist, but I gotta be better at finding guys. I had turnovers in situations where guys were open, and then as a group, we missed some open shots, and we didn't hang our head, and that's a testament of a team that's mentally growing, and continuing to find ways to be better. But the shots will fall. We took some good ones, and they made them when they mattered. Isaac hit a big one. I hit a few. Jetty hit one. Dean hit one. So it's just the biggest thing is just understanding, continuing to be aggressive, continue to shoot. Because at the end of the day, you can't make a shot if you don't take it.
And what have you seen from Isaac too? That corner three, just like him searching for that confidence and finding it, but in that moment being able to hit that shot.
Yeah, I think he was a plus 14s on the floor. His impact was huge. Sorry, just his overall confidence. Whether it's the three ball or just finding ways to get attacking and transition. Getting stops and running, getting big rebounds. He got like 3 or 4 at the end of the game. Getting stops, his defenses. We all know what he can do on that end. But as a whole, he's just a pest. He's everywhere. Without him, we're not in this position. He put him on the toughest matchup, and then he's still finding ways to run in transition, create plays, and be the player he is for us.
Again, kind of Donovan, aside from the win, what can you point to from tonight and say, okay, we're figuring out how to close out games?
I think the biggest thing is we didn't play great, and we won. I think that's the biggest takeaway. Like, we really didn't play great now. Granted, there's certain things that we can look to and say, like, okay, we did this and that, but like as a whole, we just didn't play great, and then you come to the fourth and we execute. That's been the biggest thing throughout the past 6, 7 games, whatever it was, just find a way to execute, and even if the shots didn't fall tonight, in crunch time, we're getting to what we want, and we're getting the shots that we want to take, and, they went in tonight and just continuing to trust in our stuff and execute and get into our spots, no matter how helter-skelter the game may be, understanding that, the fourth quarter, 8 to 6 minutes and below, understanding the game changes and, its pace slows, and we got to be able to execute as a whole. And we did that tonight.
Tonight was the first night that Evan made more than one three-pointer. When he's not
in his career or just in general?
This season.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think that. I'm about to fact check you on that one. No, you're good.
When he's not only taking but making them, how much does that space the floor for you and Darius?
100%. He's continuously working on it. If you guys watch him after practice, if you watch him after shoot-around, if you watch him pregame, he's always continuously finding ways to improve that shot. And, not even just for us, but for himself. If you have to go out there and close out them, he gets by you on one dribble and he's already at the rim, and he's a tremendous passer. So if you help, now somebody's open. There's just so many avenues of things that he can get to out of that, using the three. And I think that's what he's farthest along from out of all of his stuff. I think that's the biggest thing that he can continue to get better at. And, if that's the farthest thing you're from, you're in pretty good shape as a player. So he's, when you see him make those two tonight, you got to respect it. Now they got to look. They're peeking this way, me and DG or whoever's attacking that way. It opens the floor up. And, we're not expecting it to just happen, overnight. It's going to continue to be a process, and it's great to see him taking and making those shots, and even when they're not falling, continuing to take those shots. And he continuously puts that work in and puts that time in, so you're seeing the work continuously come to fruition.
Joe, from Cleveland.com. JV talked about before the game how when Jared's out, he sort of has to shift his responsibility to rim protection. Somebody else has to come in and maybe clean up the rebounds. How conscious are you, or are the rest of you guys, that somebody else has to step into that role and clean up on the boards?
Yeah, big time. You look at the board spread out. Dean Wade comes in, has 8. I have 5. Isaac has 6. I think the biggest thing is us getting there and gang rebounding. Understanding as a group that, like you said, when we're missing, one of our footers, we got to go out there and do that. And also, when the guards get it or other guys get it, we're out on the break. And even when Ev gets it, he's handling it and pushing it on the break as well. So it goes to our advantage, and we did that tonight. I think we out rebounded them. We did, yeah. So I think the biggest thing is just finding ways to have each other's back when the guy's out. And Ev had 13 of them, but we all as a group stepped up.
Good.
One more thing. Jamie was talking about in the timeouts and halftime, Sarah, the conversations about the looks you guys were getting and fighting through that. What were those conversations like, and how do you guys take those in those moments of not, I guess, working through frustration and the shots not falling, but knowing that there are the looks.
Keep shooting, keep letting them fly. It's not like we took some bad ones. I took some bad ones, but the good ones we took, I'd probably say the Jetty Osman the most, but just keep shooting, man. They're gonna fall, And on top of that, if you don't take the looks, now that may be the best look of our possession, and then you come in and now it leads to a contested shot, it leads to a turnover. So continuing to shoot, like Dean Wade, he went 1 of 5, but they were 5 great shots. Granted they were short, but he was still having the confidence to take it. That's what's going to continue to take us to the next level, because, like I said, you can't make a shot if you don't take it. So just continuing to have that confidence in yourselves and in each other. Thank you.